Hey everybody, my name is Laura. I am the Teen Librarian here at the Franklin Public Library. And today I am going to show you how to do a pretty fun craft that I like. We do still have some kits available, so these are for teens. They are free here at the library at the information desk, and they are for grades 6 through 12. So if you are in grades 6 through 12, you can come into the library. We are open today until 8:30, and you can pick up your own kit to make your own Sharpie mug. So to get started, this is all you need. You need a blank mug. This one came from IKEA. It was super cheap. I want to say it was under $1. It was like 79 cents to get just a plain white mug. You are going to want a Sharpie marker or a different kind of permanent marker. You will need some simple sketch tape and scissors. And these are our instructions that come in our teen kits if you were able to get one of these or if you pick one up later. And included in this, we have templates. So I included different shapes as well as different letters. And I did this one in the past and I can show you how it turned out. I'm actually using the same mug. I did a monogram initial of the letter G, and that's how that turned out. I thought it looked pretty cool. So that is how you, this is what it would look like if you choose to do one of the letters for your first name or a friend, whatever you would like. But today I think I'm going to do one of the shapes, and I think I'll do the heart. So step one, whether you're doing the template or the letter, it's going to be exactly the same. You want to carefully cut out your template. And then once you have it cut out, you're going to carefully cut all the way around. And it's a little harder if you're using one of the letters because as you can see, there's just kind of more detail. So you want to do this very carefully. The more precise you can get the cut, the better it's going to look. So we'll go ahead and do that. There we go. So that was a pretty easy one. That is our heart. And so our next step, no matter what shape or letter you cut out, what you want to do is you want to take some tape and you want to attach it onto your mug. So you want to make sure that you get it taped down pretty well, like all of the edges are taped down. So I'm going to put tape on the sides. You'll want to go kind of small with this tape if you can, you know, kind of folding it in on itself so it's double sticky. If you had double sticky tape at home, you could do that as well. That would also be easy. There we go. So that should do it. I will show you what that looks like. That is just the double sticky tape onto the edges. If you had kind of complicated letter shapes, you would maybe want to put it in different spots, but this should work well for our heart. And now what you want to do is you want to center it, line it up, and put it exactly where you want it to be on your mug. There we go. All right, so that is our taped on template onto our mug. And now is the fun part. You can take your Sharpie marker. If you have more than one color, that's cool too. You can always alternate. You can kind of make it random patterns. You can play around with different colors. But for this one, I'm just gonna use this green color here. So what you wanna do is you wanna start by making tiny dots. You want to do it carefully so that you're not making lines, you're making dots. And you want to start by putting dots all the way around the outline of your template. So whether that's a shape or one of the letters, I'm going to put it all the way around. This is a little bit tedious, I'm not gonna lie. But it also does not have to be perfect. It looks cooler sometimes if it's not like completely perfect. So there's half of it. And we'll keep going. Hand starts to hurt a little bit. Squeezing too tightly, there we go. Okay, so the heart is kind of easy. If you're doing one of the letters or one of the more involved shapes, it would take a little longer. But as you can see, I think you can see that, we've got an outline all the way around with just the dots. So now what you want to do is you want to kind of bring those dots outward, and we want to start by putting them close together, and then they're gonna kind of fade out, kind of like the way the G looks on my other side here. So this can be much more random. Just kind of want to do random dots, and again, do it carefully because it's easy to turn it into kind of dashes, which is fine too, but that's kind of a different look. And alternately, if you have Sharpies at home and you want to do something completely different, you can do that too. You definitely don't have to use one of these patterns if you don't want to. Here we go. Okay, we're getting there. Okay, so there, if you can see that, so I made some dots that were close together, and now I'm going to do another kind of row outward, but these are going to be further apart. And again, they can be random. You just want to kind of make it look like it's fading. Gives it kind of a cool look. Or you can do it however you want. This is just one way you can do it. So see, I'm kind of doing just random dots. You do want to be careful not to rub your hand on it as you are making your design, because that would make it smudgy. But if that were to happen, you could take a Q-tip and you could wash it off and start again. That would not be a problem. Kind of have to have patience. Little bit tedious. There we go. Okay, so that looks pretty good, at least for right now. So there is what it looks like. So like I said, if you have other colors, you could add to it. If you wanted to create other designs, you could do that. But I think that'll be good for now. That at least shows you you get the idea of how to do it. So after you've done that, now you want to very carefully peel off your template. You want to try not to smudge your marker. There we go. So we'll peel that off. Little piece of tape stuck. There we go. So if we had marker that got smudged in here, you can take a Q-tip and you can just you can like wet it with your tongue a little bit or with like some water and wipe the marker off. That works. Because whatever you end up with on your mug is what is going to get baked in, and that is going to make it permanent, or at least semi-permanent. So once you have your mug exactly as you want it to be, then it's time to bake it. I'm not going to show you how to do that here, but I will explain it to you. So you want to bake your mug in the oven, so just a normal oven like you'd have in your kitchen, for 30 minutes at 350 degrees. But the trick is that you want to put your mug in the oven before it gets hot. So you want to put it in the oven, then hit 350, and then it'll take, a little while to preheat. Then if it's, a more modern oven, it'll probably beep when it's at 350 degrees. Then you start counting the 30 minutes, bake it 350 degrees for 30 minutes. Then you don't want to take it right out because we want it to cool down gently so that it won't crack. So after the 30 minutes at 350 degrees, then you just turn the heat off and you just let it cool down on its own. You can just leave the oven closed. It'll take a little bit, but it'll eventually cool all the way down. And then if you check on it and it's cool to the touch, then you can take it out. And that is basically it. That is how you make a Sharpie mug. I would probably recommend not putting it in the the dishwasher, I should say, just because I mentioned it'll last longer if you hand wash it. So that would be my only recommendation on that. Otherwise, that is about it. I hope you guys enjoyed learning how to make Sharpie mugs. And we will be back with more teen pop-up crafts throughout the rest of this year. Next week, Tuesday, which is, that's the 13th, we are having a teen patio party where we are going to be painting pumpkins. So that is here at the library outside. You will need to bring a mask, and we will be social distancing, and we will be painting pumpkins. So if you're interested, you can join us for that. Otherwise, keep an eye out on our Facebook page or check our website for other activities and crafts for teens in grades 6 through 12. All right, thank you guys so much for joining us today, and I will see you next time.